How's it going, everybody? This is Martin Stokes here.
And this is Dean Scurry.
And I'm a traveller.
And I'm a countryman.
Welcome to A Traveller
And a Countryman podcast.
Now,
1, 2, when you're ready.
so are we actually ready?
We're ready to go. Yeah,
No,
you
we're
get
not.
yourself ready. I'm not in any rush. We're recording, but I'm not in any rush. Please release me, let me go.
Yeah, you're free. Go. Take that girl there. Tell you what. If you talk like a dog, I'll learn you how to sing.
Okay, hold on.
Meow. Talk like a dog. Go on. Hello. Hello, Martin. Right. Cat.
Cat.
Martin. No, that sounds like a scared mouse.
So how do we go? Please
Please release me, let me go.
Please release me, let me go.
You're out. Go on, you're free. I told you you're free.
Give us the next lyrics.
I don't know. I'm just
Give us the next lyrics. Say it out to me.
I just told you you're free to go, Dean. You asked me to
For
let me go.
I will never let you go.
Oh my God. I'm out of here. I think it's home time, is it?
So go on, get us in there.
Episode 36, is it? Sorry. Episode 37,
Don't be. What are you clapping your hands for?
because I'm thinking I'm lost for counting.
so go on.
I never got much schooling. All I could ever count was to 30, but I'm learning. So now we're here now today is episode 37, yeah?
37. Well done.
Whoa, I need a round of applause for getting that one right.
Whoa, you love saying that word, don't you? Whoa.
So it's just myself and Dean here this evening in the studio, yeah? I really don't have much to talk about.
You say that every
So
fucking time. Every time. And then you give out.
So
you
I,
give out to me for not taking
So I'm
control of it.
hoping you have a plan. So we can get kicked off here. Like, you know
But
what I mean?
before we turn on the mic, you were slagging me for cursing.
Cursing. Yeah, what is it that makes you curse? Tell me that.
I enjoy cursing.
Dean, I want to know what is it making. I didn't ask you, do you enjoy it or do you not enjoy it?
That's what makes me do it. I
said,
enjoy
what
it.
is it that makes you curse? Tell me that.
I remember Tommy Tiernan
I
said,
know when you're around me, you curse a lot, don't you?
the English language is like a brick wall and fuck is me chisel.
Tommy Tiernan said.
He said that.
Yeah,
So I like that idea. That
Nah, I don't like that. I don't like that.
know,
One
it's
bit.
not about you.
I'm giving my, what do you call it? I'm throwing me 2 pence worth in here.
2 pence? Where did you get 2 pence?
worth? Because that's all it's worth. Matter of fact, it's not even worth 2 pence.
Where did you get
the
2
announcement
pence?
that you made there now, you and Tommy Tiernan, yeah, doesn't make a bit of sense. I can't make nothing out of it. Go on, come again with it. Go again with it. Go on, let people hear what you have to say.
Fuck off.
Go on, you're not embarrassed about cursing. You told me you love
It's
cursing.
natural. You can't just do it. It's like me asking you to
In
sing.
what way?
It's like me
You
asking you
just
to
said
sing.
F off 2 seconds ago. You didn't realise you...
Yeah, but that was natural.
Wait,
You came
no,
in here
there's
before
nothing natural
we
about-
turned the mics on. You came in
There
here and
is
you were singing.
absolutely...
Please,
Yeah. There's nothing absolutely
release
natural about
me,
swearing and
let
cursing.
me go.
So why do you think it's natural? Tell me that. I want to know.
What do you think is natural about
Because
singing?
I'm being puzzled about all
Singing's
this.
not natural.
No, listen, Dean, I need to know why you're so fascinated about cursing. Does that make you feel like the big guy in town? I wasn't already. I want to know that. Come on, tell me. How do you feel when you curse and swear F this and F that and all?
I enjoy it.
Why is it so enjoyable?
I don't know. It's
Can
very
you not
freeing
find-
or liberating or something.
Can you not find a more decent or nicer thought
I
or
can.
word?
I used to curse an awful lot more.
Right, what I'm saying is, can you not use a nicer word? Is cursing a habit? Is it for you?
Yeah,
Like
but I
swearing.
like phrases like "ask me bollocks."
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying to you. You're talking what? You're talking right. The other thing about it is, what I'm saying to you is here, does cursing make you feel big or you
No,
feel
I don't
like
do it for that. That's not the motivation.
macho or...
That's not the motivation.
Does it
so
make
let's
you...
get past that.
No, I don't want to get past that. I'm asking you. It's the
So
same
I
question.
said there, no.
You know,
No.
it's not. So what is that makes you curse all the time? Because every
enjoy
time I
it.
am around you,
I enjoy
you
it.
spend more time cursing and swearing than anything else.
I enjoy it.
Right then, the other question is, why do you enjoy it? I want to know.
What do I like? Why? Okay, let me see why I
Why
enjoy
do
it.
you enjoy cursing? I want to know that.
Because I like the use of the words. There's certain words that I like that when I say, I go, actually, I like that word. Like, ask me bollocks is one.
Like F this and whatever, right?
I wrote this in a text the other day. Abso-fucking-lutely.
You wrote that in a text?
Yeah.
And that made you feel good, did it?
No, it didn't make me feel good. Yeah, I find that.
Do you think
I
it,
find that interesting and funny?
Right. I tell you what, I have to say this for starters, right, before we go any further here. For an educated guy who got college and all the degrees, yeah?
Yeah.
You're making absolutely no sense of your words. you're F words and you're this and you're absolutely this and you're
Do you
absolutely
mean it makes
that.
no sense? You understand what it means?
No, I'm telling you this now. I'm trying to get around this, and I'm going to keep with this till I get proper answers. Right now, what is that makes you feel so good about swearing?
I just
you
enjoy
really-
how they sound.
Right then, I'm going to put words into your mouth now. Right?
Go on.
Does it make you feel powerful?
No, you answered that question already. Every time
no,
you ask me that, I say no.
No, I didn't ask that question. I asked
You
a
did.
different question.
You said, does it make me feel all macho and
yeah,
powerful?
but this is a different question. It might sound the same, but it's a different phrase. Okay.
Go on.
Does it make you feel powerful?
No.
No. Does it make you feel like you're the leader of something or somebody?
No.
It doesn't.
No.
Right. Does it make you feel big-headed?
No.
No. Does it make you feel like you're Tyson Fury in the boxing ring? Come on, tell me.
Same answer again.
No, I want to. No, oh, yeah, there's loads of same answers. There's
So you're kind of asking the same question in different angles.
Yes, give me different answers then. Give me all different answers.
The answer to all them is no. I don't do it to,
Yeah,
to
but
feel
no is
macho
all
or
right then.
strong
I'll
or
tell you
big
what,
or like I can kill somebody.
Okay, I'm going to rephrase the question then. Can you tell me what it makes you feel like to be...
Fuck off.
Wait off. No, listen. What it makes you feel like to be swearing and cursing at least 50 times a day in all your affairs? Go on, tell me that.
I enjoy it.
You enjoy it. So what does it do for you then? Tell me.
It's the same way you sing,
Yes, I enjoy singing.
and I enjoy coursing. I
Yeah,
also
but not
enjoy
everybody
singing.
in-
I enjoy swimming in the sea.
Yeah. But if I'm singing with reasonable and understandable and polite words. That's what's in, as far as I'm concerned. That's what's in a
So
song.
you think I'm being impolite?
I don't. I think you're very impolite. If you not to me because I don't really care. But I'm
So
saying
who am I
is,
being impolite to?
to people that you speak to every day, and you just say sometimes you say it.
So do you think I say coarse words to be impolite? So do
No,
you think that's
no,
my
I
motivation?
don't think that. I don't think that's your motivation. But what I am saying is, you say it sometimes without realizing it. So do you think that's
You sing without realising it.
Yeah, but I'm not insulting anybody, am I?
Do you think I'm doing it to
I think,
do you think
yes.
I'm doing it to insult somebody?
No, I don't think you're doing it deliberately to insult somebody. But I am saying
Your
is...
singing insults me because
No,
it's brutal.
that's fine. I don't mind, but I'm sorry. I apologise for my singing, okay? But the point about it is, I'm saying here, earlier on you just admitted that sometimes you don't realise you're doing it, yeah? In your own words, yeah? But if you don't realise you're doing it, then how do you not know you're offending people?
I don't give a rat's if
Or
I
how
offend
do
them
you
or
know
not.
you're not offending people? Whichever way you want to
How
put
do I
that.
not know? How do I not know I'm not offending
How do
people?
you not know? How do you know? Whatever way
It's
you
none
want
of
to
my
use it.
business if they get offended or not. That's up to them.
So are you saying you have no respect for the people you talk to?
No. They can get offended by anything that I do. If I walk in here with a dress on, they could get offended.
Yeah, but do you not think by using foul language that you're giving them a reason to be offended?
No. If they want to get a reason.
So am I right
As
about
I
you
said,
then?
if I walked in here with a bunch of flowers and a box of chocolates,
am
they
I
could
ri-
get offended.
Am I right about you then?
What are you right about?
Basically, you're a thick-headed pig that doesn't understand what you're talking about.
Oh, so you can slag me, but I can't curse.
No, am I right about
You're
you
saying
saying
I'm a thick-headed
that you're a
pig.
thick-headed pig that doesn't know what he's talking about? Because you can be excused for that. If you don't really know what you're talking about, then the whole world can excuse you for that. But if you do know what you're talking about, and you come across this educated guy, and you have all the degrees in college, and you went to this school and that school, and you live in a posh Malahide, then the reality of it is you do know what you're talking about. But which means you know you're offending people you talk to. Absolutely. Can you get out of that one?
You're making sense in your own head, but
No, I'm making sense.
I don't think anybody else
I'm
cares what
making
you say.
sense to you. Why do you swear? Does it make any sense when you swear?
Yes.
What sense does it make?
I enjoy it.
No, forget about enjoy. You told me that 25 times already.
But that's the answer, though.
Yeah, but I want to know what sense it makes. Tell me that.
What do you mean, what sense it makes?
What sense does it make when you swear? I want to know that part.
What do you mean, what sense does it make? I don't get that.
Again, you're degrading your intelligence if you can't understand that question. Absolutely. Fully degrading your
Is there any
intelligence.
reason for it? Is that what you're asking?
No, what sense does it make, I'm asking you?
Yeah, but is that the same? Is that the same way of saying? Is there any reason for it?
Is there a reason for you swearing?
Yeah, is that the same?
So is there a reason for you swearing?
Yes,
What's the reason?
I enjoy it.
Yeah, but you're going back to the one thing the whole time.
Yeah, well, it's the same
So-
reason you sing. Why do you
So
sing?
for an intelligent chap, yeah, who and again has all the degrees and everything else from college, you can't even answer that question for me. How's that?
Martin, you slag people all the time. What
Dean.
sense in that?
This is a traveller from Ballymun, yeah? Totally, completely, never had no education whatsoever, zero intelligence, asking you a very simple question that a 9-year-old could ask you, but you don't have an answer for it. Come on,
It's
let
the
the people
same.
hear.
It's the same reason you slag people.
Let the
Why do you
people
slag
know,
people?
Dean, look at
Why
me.
do you slag
If
people and
anyone
vex
is
people?
listening to this podcast, hopefully we'll at least get 2 listeners anyway, right?
Me and you.
Can you not explain to them, yeah, why you swear and why you like it and why you get good feelings out of it. I want to know that. Because I'm lost. I'm absolutely lost on this one. I can't get nothing whatsoever out of the reasons why you swear. Now, come on, tell me.
I'm lost for words now. You have me.
You're lost for words
You have me
now.
back to the corner.
Are you?
Yeah.
So you admit that you're it's a totally stupid topic we're talking about, yeah?
Well, you brought it up.
Yeah, but it's on you though. It's not on me. It's on you. I'm asking you the questions.
Why do you sing?
Are you lost?
Because you don't sing when you come onto this podcast.
Are
you
you
get all
lost?
shy.
Is this the first time that I've
You're
known
back
you
into a corner.
that you're actually lost for words?
1-0, Martin wins.
Whoa! Go on, the Dini boy, eh? Come on, I'm only winding you up.
I know.
So what else?
So, I was talking to me folks last night about travellers.
Very good. Go on.
So it just came up and I was wondering in my head, because we're like 7 podcasts in, and there's still people come to me going, oh, I didn't know this about travellers and I didn't know that about travellers. And they were kind of treating travellers as one group of people. And I said, well, that's kind of like the saying, I didn't know that just about people in general. Travellers, for me, isn't just one group of people. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. One thing that one traveller does is not another thing that another traveller do.
100% right, absolutely.
But I'm thinking, are there things that all travellers do, that all travellers have in common, that settled people just don't know anything about?
In the line of what?
So I was looking at stuff around holy water, for example.
Yeah, go on.
I find that travellers have a real interest and affinity with holy water, that it has there's a healing power in it.
Yeah, that's right.
And I would find all travellers have that. Now, not all settled people will have that.
No, I know that. All travellers will have a very, absolutely great faith, great belief in holy water.
And the healing powers of it.
They believe in the healing and the protection of the holy water. That it brings good protection to your life, to your family, kids, wife, grandkids, whatever. We have holy water where the ordinary priest blesses, basically, if you like. We would sprinkle it here, there and everywhere. I do anyway, honestly. I do it every day, literally.
Sprinkle it where?
Around my home, around my car, around my family, say, homes and cars, whatever.
You gave me some things and you sprinkled holy water on it. You gave me some pictures once from my mammy.
Right.
And you sprinkled holy water near it.
Yeah, well, then you were getting a blessing there, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
From the holy water, basically. Right. Because I believe in the power of holy water, and I do believe there is miracles.
What's the power in it?
I believe the power is the power of God and our Blessed Lady in the holy water. Like if you go to Lourdes, I believe that I've been told actually also years ago as well, even when I was younger, but I also believe it, that the Lourdes holy water is miraculous. There is miracles and has been proven also from the holy water in Lourdes, because it was Our Lady that blessed the holy water in Lourdes herself. Yeah? Now, I don't really sprinkle Lourdes holy water a lot. It'd be very.
So that's more special or more holy or
blessed.
It's
more, to me, it's more precious, the Lourdes holy water.
Because
You might say, is one holy water not the same as the other? No. All holy water, yes. I believe that all holy water is protective, will protect us, keep us safe, guard us through the nights and through the days, whatever we do anyway, right? But I will sprinkle, let's say, ordinary holy water, if you like. I will sprinkle it absolutely anywhere. When I say anywhere, with respect, I will genuinely have respect for holy water. I won't just throw it as if I don't care about it. I will sprinkle it with a respect and make the sign of the cross. Bless myself,
you bless
family,
yourself,
homes.
yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely, with respect. Never once.
And especially when people
without
are
that.
ill.
But the holy water, I have a drum of Lourdes holy water at home. It's actually down to half now, right? It's a 4.5 litre drum. And we got it in Lourdes in 2009. And I still have half of that drum at home. There's about 2.5, maybe almost 3 litres of holy water left in it. And I have it now 14 years.
So what would you have used that on?
That's the respect I have for that holy water, the Lord's holy water, because I believe it in my heart, the Lord's holy water is very precious. Now, the other thing, if I sprinkle Lord's holy water around every day, then I have no chance again of getting my hands on that Lord's holy water unless I go to Lourdes or someone brings it back to me. So that even makes it more precious. Also, and the fact that Our Lady blessed this holy water, this water.
So when would you use it? And is it like if somebody's really ill or
I
something
wouldn't
like
use it every day, and thanks be to the power of God, I've never had to use it from anybody being sick, and I hope I never have to. But I genuinely do believe, yes, that if people, for instance, are sick or whatever reason, they may be in hospital or one thing or another, I do believe that a sprinkle of Lord's holy water can be enough to heal them and cure them.
So would water be sent to people?
Yeah, we would send holy water around to each other.
You know what I mean?
Now, when I say,
if somebody down in another bay is sick and they don't have holy water, you might send it down to them.
I personally, I do. I send large, I do send like 2 liters bottles of holy water to people on the site and that, our family and friends even further out. I do. This is something that I do all the time. So when I say all the time, I might do it. If I done it today now, I'd make it my business in a couple of weeks or a month again to do the same thing again and send this holy water out again. And it's Blessed Salt's holy water. And it comes from Medjugorje. And there's healing in the salt, in the Blessed Salt.
So does it come from a well, like a holy well?
No, it's blessed. This salt from Medjugorje, it's blessed by the exorcism priest in Medjugorje. Yeah? So you put a drop of it into ordinary water, and there's a special prayer that you do with this blessed salt, and it automatically becomes the Blessed Salt holy water.
And is it salt or is it water?
The salt, the priest blesses the salt.
Yeah.
In Medjugorje.
It goes into the water, dissolves into it, and it's a Blessed Salt holy water.
You put it into the water. You do the prayer. It's an exorcism prayer. Now, only an exorcism priest can do the prayer over this salt.
And there are exorcism priests.
There is, but some of them practice this. Not all of them practice this. Some of them, but the priest in Medjugorje practices this. Yeah.
I was going to curse there. I was going to say that's
don't. No. I don't want you to curse when I'm talking about.
Sorry, brother.
Holy water or blessed salts. Okay. Other thing is, he blesses the salt through an exorcism prayer. Now, the idea of the blessed salt is keeping all evil away from families and away from homes, away from everything that resolves around you. Yeah? So that's where the power comes into that salt, and then the prayer then that the ordinary individual is allowed to do when he or she places the blessed salts into normal, ordinary bottles of water. Then that through that prayer and through the blessed salt, the exorcism prayer the priest has done over the salt, it all becomes one. The water then becomes holy water, so it's the blessed salt holy water.
So you know the water that Mary blessed, is that in a holy well?
Yes, it's in a little stream where Our Lady appeared to Saint Bernadette in Lourdes.
Remind me where Lourdes is again.
Back in the 1800s, Lourdes is in France.
France, very good, sorry.
Right. Now, so when Our Lady appeared to Saint Bernadette, people didn't believe her. She went back to her mother and father and told them that a lady appeared to her. She didn't know who it was at the time. So then, when they investigated it, the only thing that convinced the people of the village, basically, that it was Our Lady, is because this was a young girl, and she would have never... Our Lady said to her, "I am the Immaculate Conception." Now, that's a powerful word, the Immaculate Conception. Back then, the children of this age would have never heard this word. So when they asked her, did the lady speak, did she say anything to her? She said, yes, she said. The lady said, "I am the Immaculate Conception." It brought their investigation to a better understanding, because the people that were investigating, they couldn't understand this themselves. They couldn't understand that a young girl at this age would actually have ever heard this word, "I am the Immaculate Conception." Our Lady conceived without sin through the Holy Spirit. Through the power of the Holy Spirit, she conceived the baby Jesus. When the people didn't believe that she seen Our Lady, so Our Lady told her to come back to her to visit her 18 times. So she went back to visit Our Lady, but all the people followed her to the grotto. And what happened was, one of them put her to a test. They said, "Ask Our Lady to make a rose grow on the thorn bush," which doesn't happen. What happens? The roses start appearing on the thorn bushes. So that was one sign to the people, because when Saint Bernadette was, when Our Lady was coming in a vision to Saint Bernadette, now she wasn't a saint then, she was a young girl. She was on her knees and she went into a trance, like an ecstasy. She couldn't see or feel or hear nothing around her, only Our Lady in front of her. But the people around her couldn't see Our Lady. So Our Lady only appeared to her, basically, right? So that was okay. So then, to prove it more to the people, there was hundreds of people around who didn't believe. Our Lady said to her, "Go to the ground." It was like under a big stone. They call it a grotto now, yeah, and dig the mud. So she started digging the mud, and the stream of water came up through to where she was digging.
Like it welled up.
And that stream of water is still running today in the same place. And this
So that's called a holy well. So one of the things...
It's the holy water in the grotto, yeah.
One of the things that I would, in my head, think about travellers is that holy wells are precious to them.
Yeah, to travellers. Travellers have great faith and belief in holy wells. There's all various stories about different healings and holy wells all over the world. Holy wells would be mainly named after certain saints. Majority of them. So basically, there's actually a lot of them in Ireland, basically. Get them on Google there as well, the names of them and the ways to get to them and all that. But years ago, it was all just like, just word of mouth, basically. A person heard about a holy well, then you could be talking to somebody a week or a month after, and the conversation to come up. It was a real, genuinely big thing, like in travellers. It's pointless saying it wasn't. It was massive. And travellers would travel literally hundreds of miles.
And now?
Like they wouldn't, they don't mind, let's say they wouldn't have minded travelling 2, 3 or 4 hours to get to them holy wells.
And what about now?
Just even if they were never, say, touch wood, if they were never sick or anything wrong with them, they'd travel anyway to receive the blessings. Do you know what I mean now? Now, yeah. Now the odd traveller will, see, a lot of travellers has emigrated from Ireland to England. A lot of them. So you'd have a lot of travellers come back from England every now and again, mainly in the summer times, coming home to go to Knock. You've heard of Knock, didn't you? Where Our Lady appeared in County Mayo, yeah? That's a beautiful, beautiful place and a very famous shrine. Absolutely beautiful. There's been healings there also and cures. People come from all over the world to go to Knock. And as one person said one time, we all travel to Lourdes, but we also have Knock. So we're very, very lucky in Ireland also to have Our Lady appear in Ireland.
So my ma had a question for you.
Go ahead.
Do you want to hear it?
Absolutely.
Do travellers go to bingo?
Do travellers go to bingo? No,
That was my ma's question.
Well, I don't go because I'm not that old yet. What is there age limits to bingo, is there?
I don't know, I haven't got a clue.
Ask your ma, is there age limits to bingo?
Do travellers go to bingo?
Truthfully,
Yeah.
I've never heard of travellers.
That's what she said. She said that just came to her head.
Being honest, has she ever seen travellers in a bingo hall?
She doesn't really go. She used to go years ago. That was a question that she had. Do travellers
That's
go
a
to
good
bingo?
question,
Isn't
but I
it?
don't know. I genuinely don't know.
Like
any
when she asked the question, I was like, "Where's this going?"
Yeah,
but actually,
it is a good question because I'm telling you now, I don't know any travellers, absolutely no travellers whatsoever that go to bingo. The only travellers I've ever heard of going playing bingo is if like I've known a few people who went over to Wales, booking into them.
like Pontins, the holiday
Them
camps, and all.
holiday camps, yeah.
where the bingo's on all
And
day.
you're literally, so they're literally, whether they like it or not, they're sitting in the middle of bingo.
Yeah.
It's a big hall and they're drinking and chatting. There's all sorts of amusements and stuff like that there. And then there's bingo. But
I'm gonna go up and see does Ellie want to play bingo.
I know I've never, genuinely, I've never heard of travellers playing bingo.
It's a mad question, isn't it?
It's a crazy question, yeah.
So here's another one,
But
right?
it's good.
This is another one now. This is a bit of a myth, but I'm going to throw it out there.
Yeah.
So there is a myth that traveller men control traveller women.
Not really, no. No, I don't agree with that. Honestly, I do not agree with traveller. I think it's, first of all, I think that it should be, well, here, we talk about equal rights for travellers.
Yeah.
Why can we not have equal rights at home?
Exactly, yeah.
Do you saying? But no, I think
This is a myth that's out there.
it's probably a myth. But see, the thing about it is, It's probably a myth from years and years ago. But did we have this myth in the settled community also? Who knows?
Absolutely, yeah.
Like, I don't know where all this myth came from, but I've seen in the past, and I'm not the biggest, fondest guy of television, yeah, but I have seen films based on old times where the man seems to have the upper hand for some reason. So if it's out there, it just didn't come from travellers. Because as far as I'm concerned, the travellers weren't in these films, it was settled people. Now, not pointing their fingers or throwing at settled people, but where did it all come from? It must be a myth. But I'm not saying that likewise settled people or travellers, that some men maybe don't have the upper hand. But I know one thing in this new age, equal rights, as simple as that.
Absolutely.
Why would a man want to treat a woman any different to the way that he'd like to be treated himself?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like if you want, I'm just saying this.
Yeah.
If for instance, if I wanted to be treated with respect and kindness and people to look at me as a good person, do I not want to treat the wife the same way? Of course I do.
I think so, yeah.
Absolutely.
But I think there's a myth there that traveller men want to control traveller women.
Yes, she's your other half. When you get married, you become one. Simple as that. And if you haven't got respect for her, then she's not your wife. How would I say this? I don't have that experience anyway, to be honest about it.
So here's another...
And I wouldn't like to have it either, to tell you the truth. And I wouldn't like people around me to have it, like on the men's behalf of it.
Neither me.
Absolutely not. No way. I don't agree with that.
No. So here's another one. Are travellers anti-gay?
When you say anti-gay, explain a bit to me.
Do you ever hear the phrase homophobic?
I'll be honest with you. Me personally, I am one person. No, I know I'll be slagging you a lot, right?
Yeah. I don't mind that. I think it's a bit of crack anyway.
That, yeah. No, not about gay. I'm talking about just slagging you about other things. I don't mean about gays
whipping and slagging and vexing.
Right, annoying. Yeah, just fellas getting under the skin. Yeah. I am definitely not one person for judging people. If I'm going to say something, I would hope in my heart, deep in my heart, that I'm going to say something good. And I believe if you're not going to say something good about somebody, apart from me slagging you, don't say nothing at all. So therefore, I have no interest in judging whether a person is gay or not gay, or as you say, homophobic or whatever all these big words you have. I really and truly have no interest in passing judgment in that. So when you ask, are travellers like that? I don't know. I can't answer that question because I don't want to be around people who are, let's say, judging people for starters, or let's say slagging people off in that sense, or running people to the ground, if you like.
Yeah, so what I'm kind of saying is that some of these are myths that I would hear as a settled fella about travellers. You know what I mean? That they want to control their women and that they judge or they don't like gay people. And my experience with the travelling people that I know is that's not generally the case.
I don't know. I honestly don't. I think this day and age anyway, I genuinely don't think that if there was such thing as a guy out there chancing his luck and trying to overcome the wife and be the boss and tell her this, that and the other, I don't think it's going to happen anyway, to be honest about it, because times have changed massively for travellers and settled people, to be truthful about it. We're not living in the old ages now, you know what I mean? Where, as I said earlier on about where these things might have been happening, if you know what I'm saying. But personally, me, no, I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening around me, and it definitely doesn't happen in my home. Thanks be to God.
Yeah.
No, it's for me. It's live and let live. Treat people with respect the way you'd like to be treated. Don't treat anybody or put people down or... Look, as far as I'm concerned, if a man hasn't got respect for his wife, sure, he's well off having a dog then, isn't he?
Or a man doesn't have respect for another man or himself.
Well, you asked me about travelling men.
Yeah.
You asked me about travelling men.
But I think it's just respect in general.
Yeah, but you asked me about travelling men and women.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that was the sort of question I was trying to answer there. But I think we should have respect for everybody. I think be kind to each other. As God said, love one another as I have loved you. Treat people the way you would like to be treated. The world will be a better place. It's very, very simple. Just simply be kind to each other. Even when a person's annoying you, be kind to them.
And what I
Now,
got...
that's hard. I know that's hard to do, but give it a try. Because why? It just washes all the badness out of stuff.
And what I got from last week's podcast...
It's like getting a sieve with gold, yeah? You're sieving all the dust out of it. If you sieve it enough, you're left with the gold.
Yeah.
So you're left with good stuff, aren't you?
Exactly.
You're draining out all the bad. Let it go. Very, very simple. Now, when I say very simple, it probably is not very simple.
You have to work at it.
But give it a try.
So you were talking about just being kind there, and that's what I got from last week's podcast with Jamie. I really enjoyed that.
That's
I
right.
didn't think I was going to enjoy it enough. Maybe I was coming in with my own ideas of who Jamie is, but the message I got from it was just be kind. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others.
I thought it was great coming from a young lad his age.
Like, he's only 24 years of
Do
age.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's don't get me wrong, I'm saying it, but there's men out there twice his age, and we can't get that kind of good talk out of them. Whether they have it or not, it's irrelevant. But the point is, we need to hear them saying it.
Now, there was loads of fun, jolly, childish bits of it, but I enjoyed that as well.
But sure, look at it. If we're too serious about everything, we don't get the laugh then, do we?
So here's a non-serious question.
Wow,
right?
let it out. Come on, let it go.
Right, now think about this, and then just let the answer out. What noise does the horn on a clown's push bike make?
What noise?
You know,
I have to say
you've seen a clown.
Yeah.
And you know they have a horn.
Bike.
You have a horn on the bike. You have to squeeze in your hand there.
First of all, can I ask you, where did you get this from? Did someone
It's
give you
just a
this?
question. It's just a bit of
No,
crack.
but I need to know where it come from so I can slag.
Who are you slagging?
It didn't come from anyone you know, did it?
No, why?
Did you download it or what?
No, I always ask young
So it's
people.
coming from you?
Yeah.
Do you want an answer to it?
Yeah.
I think it's a very childish question.
That's all right. We were talking about childishness is all right sometimes.
Yeah, but I'm honestly saying now, I think that's a
Would
very
you give me an answer for it, please? What noise does the horn on a clown's bike make?
Beep, beep.
You didn't see it, but
that was a childish answer, wasn't it?
he made the hand signal as well, like he was squeezing a ball.
Beep.
Mine is like
So
this.
anyway, where'd you get that foolish
Mine is like
question
this.
from?
Listen.
Where the heck? Dean, come on, we need something better than that. We have to. We're going to close down
here.
here.
All the seriousness.
We need to get something here, or we're going to close down. Huh? What else?
Funny. So here's another one, right? I was blown away 2 podcasts ago when we were talking about...
I'm keeping my fingers crossed in case you come out another foolish one, right?
Oh, the foolish stuff is
Go on.
good. When you were talking about, and I said this to me dad as well, I said, what do you think? Does the moon go around, does the earth go around the moon, or the moon go around the earth? Does the sun go around the earth, or does the earth go around the sun?
What did he say?
So my dad said he thinks in his head the earth goes around the moon,
Yeah.
yeah, and the sun goes around the earth.
Yeah, but Dean, you have to respect his opinion.
Yeah, but look, I wasn't judging him. I was just interested in what he thought in his head.
because I think no matter what, even if we look, and I'm not saying our dad looks foolish or idiot, even if we say things and it makes us look foolish, it's the fact that we're giving our opinion whether it's good or bad. And you've heard the one before. It's a matter of opinion where your opinion doesn't matter. So anyway, that's not he's. What I am really saying is he's entitled to his opinion, but is his thinking? Is his way of thinking?
Yeah. So there's a few questions that came up.
So is this his imagination? Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, it was just sometimes people say things and you go, I just never thought about that before. Like I remember going up the road here in Ballymun and the sun was setting and I had this young one in the back of the car and she said to me, oh, look at that, that looks beautiful. And I said, oh,
Dude,
yeah.
Can you make that a bit more specific?
Yeah. So I'm explaining. She goes, oh, that looks beautiful. And I goes, what? And she goes, that thing there. And she was pointing at the sunset.
Right.
And she had kind of, I said, yeah, that's the sunset. And I said,
was it a rainbow by any chance?
No, it's just the sunset. And she goes, oh, I've never seen one of them.
Where the sun was coming down?
Yeah. So she was like 20 odd years of age. She said she had never seen a sunset. And I said, you do know that happens every day. And she was like, what do you mean? That happens every fucking day?
Serious?
Yeah. Now, I could have gone, are you a tick? But that's just the way, that's the view of the world that she had. So not everyone sees the world in the same way.
It was there every day, but she never took notice of it.
She never took notice of it.
Absolutely.
She never seen it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the stuff that happens every day, and sometimes we just don't pay any mind to it.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that goes on in the world that we're blind to, actually.
Or we just don't realise it. We just don't realise it. Like one of the things that I never realised is, you know the way it looks like the tide comes in and out? Yeah?
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
Comes up from the sand.
No, it doesn't come up from... Sorry for laughing there.
It sucks.
No.
Dean, hold on for one second.
That's what you think.
No, let's get this right. If you're in the middle, if you're out on the beach...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Have you ever been out on the beach, right? Watch this. And you look behind you.
I can't stop laughing. Yeah, you look behind you.
And
Yeah.
where's the water?
What do you mean?
Where is the water? Tell me that.
It's out there.
Now, you're swimming every single day.
Yeah.
You know about the times of the tide, don't you?
Yeah.
What times is it in the mornings? What times is the tide in or out?
So the tide it comes in twice a day and it's an hour different every day.
That's not answering my question. In the mornings, what times does the tide come out
So
to you?
let's say, for example, it was like 7
Oh,
o'clock.
come here, another question as well, right? This is where a bit of confusion is, right? When you say the tide comes out, some people say the tide comes in.
Yeah.
So if you're standing on the edge of the beach and the water rolls towards you,
Yeah.
does that mean the tide's coming in?
Yes.
In or out? The water oh man, that is a crazy one.
That's good, isn't it?
Right. Now back to the first thing, right?
Right, so let's say...
Have you ever been, say, I'll tell you how we describe this now, right? Say you're sitting on the stones and the grass of the beach. Just say, or maybe somewhere where you dress or whatever. Just say, now you're looking out and the water is like 200 yards away from you.
Yeah.
Watch this. So you walk out 200 yards, you're on the edge of the water. Right. You're an hour, just say an hour swimming or playing around, whatever, yeah? And you get out, you're still on the edge of the water. You're back on now on the edge of the water. And you look behind you, so it's just 200 yards from where you walked. But have you ever looked back 100 yards and see this puddles of water come through the sand?
Yeah.
How's that happen?
Because the water is washing over the sand.
No, it's not. No. I've seen this happening. The water didn't wash up over the sand. The water comes soaking up through the sand. I've seen it happen. So how do you explain that?
I'm not explaining that. I can't explain
So is that the tide? Because before you know it, by the time you get from where you were at the edge of the water and you get back out to where your shoes are left, yeah, if you have any left, if they're not gone with the water that's come up to the sand, yeah. Right, watch. Here, can you explain this?
So that
How
means
does that water get there?
So that means the tide
No,
is
wait.
coming in.
Dean, how does the water get there?
The
Tell me
tide
that.
is coming in.
Tide coming in,
Yeah.
but you don't see it coming in.
No, well, it happens slowly over time.
No. Listen for a second. You don't see it coming in.
No, I didn't say you see coming in. I
Right,
said
but
it
I'm
happens
asking
slowly
you,
over time.
Do you see the tide coming in?
I don't think you notice the tide coming in.
Watch this.
Unless it's
come
a
on, let's
really
be more
flat
specific
beach.
about this, right? Do you see the tide coming in? Come on, straight answers.
It depends on what beach you're on.
It doesn't matter what beach. It's all the same sand and the same water we're dealing with, right? Now, do you see the tide coming in? The water coming across your knees? No. You look behind you, there's a puddle of water that came up through the sand. Am I right or wrong?
No, it didn't come up through the
It
sand.
did. 100%. I'm certain
All
of
right,
that.
okay, maybe you did that. I'm not
If I
gonna,
didn't
I'm
see
not
it
gonna deny you
happening,
that.
okay, tell you what, we'll go out of is it Portmarnock Beach? Where's the beach? The one from from town. If you go down to town, basically,
Yeah.
it brings you across that little wooden bridge. What's the name of that area?
Dollymount.
That's Dollymount.
Bull Island, yeah.
Right, 1 second. Come back from that beach, go to the other one out in Port. Is it Portmarnock?
Portmarnock, yeah.
Right. If you go down the steps there where Portmarnock Beach is,
Yeah.
go to your right, go out up there, walk up there about say 5 or 10 minutes. Watch this. There's all like hills in the sand.
Yeah.
Now here we go.
Sand dunes.
If you stand again back where the bank is, yeah, and you look out to the beach, you'll see about 100 yards in the way, you'll see a nice big puddle of water, big enough to be a swimming pool.
Yes.
Watch this, right? Now, go look past that again, you'll see a big load of sand, which is pure dry, and past that again is the beach. How did that water get there if it didn't come across the sand? Come on, explain to me. You're the man that's in the beach every day.
So how I think it happens is because there's the sand at the beach isn't level. So what you get is like little rivers of water or tributaries of water
You're wrong.
filling that up.
You're wrong.
I haven't even said it and you're telling me I'm wrong.
I know, you're wrong before we go any further because I don't want you making any bigger a fool of yourself than you've already done by explaining like that, right? What I'm saying to you is here, you haven't seen the water coming across that hill, the sand,
Yeah.
but yet there's a big puddle of water big enough to make a swimming pool, okay? In and around that size because I've seen it and I've swam in it, right? Now,
I think I might have the answer.
1 minute. On the other side is a dry bank again. So now, how did our water get there if it didn't come up through the sand?
So I think it got there from the previous time that...
No.
Let me say the first.
Yeah, go on.
From the previous time when the tide was all the way in,
Yes.
that water had stayed there.
No, it didn't. I seen this. I'm telling you the truth. I'm not lying. I'm telling you the truth. And if anyone doesn't believe it, let them go out and look for themselves. And if anyone should know it, now, I've never seen you in the beach, never seen you swimming. You tell me you go swimming every single day. So how am I to believe you now if you haven't seen all this?
So the tides,
Yeah.
right?
Back to the same question.
Back to the same question.
The tide. How does the tide come out? Tell
So
me that.
listen, right? There is a kind of a myth or a belief that the tide comes in and out.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's not really the tide that's coming in and out. Just like it's not the sun that's setting. It's not the sun that's moving. It looks like it is.
Right.
Yeah. But it's not. When you look at the sunset, the sun isn't moving. It's the earth moving relative to the sun. Yeah.
What's that got to do with the tide?
I'm going to explain it. Because people look at the sun and they think it's moving, and they also look at the tide and they think the tide is moving.
Now,
but
this
the
is the
tide
one.
is not moving.
So what's moving?
The earth is moving.
So the water's not
The
moving.
water's not moving. No.
That's
and the
very
reason,
hard to believe, Dean, honestly.
I know, and this blows my mind every
Yeah.
time I see it.
Yeah.
So what happens is the moon is close to the earth,
Yes.
and the sun is huge but far away.
We talked about that last week.
Okay, so listen for a second.
Yeah, go on.
So the two of those kind of pull on the water and make a bulge on either side of Earth, and Earth rotates within that. That creates the illusion that the tide is going in and out.
Right,
Now, when I
then.
say that, it sounds ridiculous.
It is crazy, yeah.
But that is the
absolutely.
scientific explanation
No,
of
that's
it.
crazy. I don't believe in that.
I'm not saying you have to.
I don't want to believe in it, and I won't be believing in it. What I am saying here is, you just said the water doesn't move.
The tides don't go in and
So
out.
are you
per
saying?
se.
So where's the waves come from? Where's that come from?
The waves actually come from swelling and wind.
Swelling and wind.
Yeah.
So it means there is movement in the water.
Yeah, but the tide necessarily isn't coming in and out. It's the earth moving. It's the earth moving within this sack of water that creates that illusion.
So was I right when I said earlier on, when you got a great giggle out of it, yeah, that the water literally seeps through the sand?
Possibly, yes.
No, I think I was
Possibly
right.
now, yeah.
I think I was right, because I'll tell you why I think I'm right. Have you ever heard of saying, people that don't know the times of the tide, yeah?
Yeah.
That the tide just crawls up on them. Where does it crawl from? Where does it crawl from?
I don't know.
Dean, you're the expert in this. You're every day swimming in the beach. You tell me you are. I've never seen you once in
Here,
the
I
beach.
used to know this woman who'd say, see that
So,
wind.
can you tell
see
me-
that wind? It's at the coming out of nowhere. That wind's at the coming out of nowhere.
Yeah, but she
Where
didn't
did that
realise-
wind come from?
She didn't realise the window was opened. Where does all this happen? How does all this happen? You're saying, well, number one, the sea doesn't move. Of course the sea moves. The water, the waves, every single day. Do you go out on the surfboard? If the sea doesn't move, what brings you onto the sea with a surfboard? Tell me that.
I bring myself out onto it.
Yes, but what idea brings you out?
What do you mean what idea brings me out?
Why do you go there?
Because there's waves.
So, if there's waves, that means the water is actually moving.
No, I didn't say the water doesn't move.
You did. Go
I
back.
said
I tell you what, rewind this. Go
I
back.
said the tides.
No.
The tides.
Stop making a liar out of yourself. You just said the water doesn't move.
The waves move, right, on the
So
surface
what
of
is
the
the
water.
waves? What are the waves made of?
The waves is made of water, but they're on the surface of the water. Yeah, but what I'm saying is the illusion is that the water or the tides come in and out. That's not necessarily what's happening.
It's not.
No, Earth is moving within this sack of water that's bulged on either side by the gravitational pull of the moon and the sun.
And where's your scientific proof of this?
I'm not a scientist, but that's what scientists say.
But what scientists say this? Tell me.
Like all scientists, that's the kind of scientific fact.
And do you think that scientists can be wrong at times? Do you believe that?
Do I think obviously science can be wrong at the
Can
time?
be, yeah.
That's the whole purpose of science is to test stuff out.
Using your own imagination, your own bit of intelligence, yeah, whatever you have in that head of yours, yeah. Do you believe in that?
Yes.
Do you believe in love? Dean, I'm telling you now, you're having a crazy night.
So here's another one, right?
Yes.
Here's another one. You know, like you have the continents, right?
Are we talking about the same thing again? If it is, I don't want to talk about it.
Similar. The continents like Africa.
Yes.
What else? What else do you have?
Go on, whatever.
No, come on now.
I just told you, I don't know nothing about these things.
Well, you know we have, say, America. Africa, America. What else?
An African American.
Africa.
That's an American guy with dreadlocks.
So we have Asia, Africa, Australia. They're the continents, yeah?
Go on, yeah.
So they used to be all connected as one big, huge landmass.
One big world.
Yeah.
Yeah, go
It
on.
was all touching off each other.
Right, go on.
Did you know that?
No, because the truth is, I've never really delved into any of this. Like, you know what I mean? It's too big for my brain, Dean. I don't have that in me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think that if I say it to you, you can understand it.
I listen to you, but I can honestly tell you that I don't really want to
So I want you to build
it.
a picture in your head, right? Where you have the continent of Africa
5
and the
continents
continent
stuck together, yeah?
all stuck together.
Yeah, go on. What happened?
Well, then over time, there's these things called tectonic plates, basically the earth, and it moves apart, and that's where we get like,
So is dividing the earth, is that what you're saying?
yeah, the earth is like moving.
So it has happened.
Yeah.
So
for over hundreds
so
of
has
millions.
all these continents pulled away from each other, is that
Yeah,
what you're saying?
spread apart, yeah.
And is there sea between them or what?
Exactly.
Is that? Or
Yeah,
is it sea or land?
that's it, yeah.
Sea.
So that's how we have like a gap between Ireland and England.
Yes.
That wasn't always there.
Well, it's there since I was born.
Yeah, but I'm talking about...
So I don't think I need to learn anything else.
The earth... Here's another one. We're going to throw loads of them at you tonight. How old is the earth?
How old is the earth?
Yeah, so there was a time, if you believe this or not, that the earth wasn't here.
I'll tell you what, I'll ask you one. How old is the earth, I think, is an impossible question to answer.
Okay.
And I don't care. Many scientists got involved. Okay? Right. How old is humanity?
How old are humans?
Whoa. I just said the word.
Yeah.
How old is humanity?
Okay,
Can
so...
anyone answer that?
It depends on how we define...
Because at the very
Humans.
least, humans are investigating absolutely everything else throughout the entire world.
Yeah.
Why can they not investigate themselves?
They are.
Go on, tell me about
It's
it.
called anthropology.
Anthropology.
Yeah.
I don't know what the word means.
Well, it's like, do you ever see them and they're digging up bones and all, and they're finding bits of bones of, and
And they can actually tell how old these
you
are.
can tell how old they are.
Do you actually believe that?
Yes.
Serious?
They have a thing called carbon dating where they can set the date within a kind of couple of years of a piece of
Dean, hold on
organic
for 1 second. Are
material.
they using computers to do that?
Are they using computers to do that?
I think they are.
Yeah, there's computers involved in it, yeah.
There is. So, how long has computers been out? We're talking about old technology here.
Right. So,
Old. Not new technology, old.
yeah, like what?
Like, for starters, internet. How old is internet?
Let's say 30 years max.
1988, 1998, is it?
Yeah, let's say 30 years.
95, 96?
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever. In and around 30 years, if that, right. So, basically, they put in details into this computer, yeah?
Well, yeah, okay.
And they bring back the answers that they want themselves. They run to some to some billionaire guy, yeah, and they sell the idea to him, yeah. Now they go back to their
Love the way your brain
they go back
works.
to their lab. They pack up their bags and just shut up. They're gone. They're history. That's it. They're retired because they have enough money now to keep them going for life. They don't need to investigate anymore. So the billionaire has the information they thought was genuine, when the reality of it is, it's probably nowhere near genuine.
They tell themselves the stuff they want to hear.
And this happens with a lot of stuff. It's not just one thing. It happens with a lot of stuff throughout the whole world. All these scientists telling the world what they think the world wants to hear. And what happens? The world believes it. Yeah.
So one of the things that they're telling the world is that the world itself, Earth itself, is 1 billion years old. And before that, it didn't exist.
How can they actually calculate into 1 billion years? Did man even exist 1 billion years ago?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that they can't use science to... How do I say this that it doesn't come across like a fucking idiot? That they can't use...
You don't worry about that. You've already done that enough times.
That's already written in stone.
Don't worry about that, Dean. We're past that part. Come on.
We're past the point of no
Take a
return.
breather there and have a glass of water as well, yeah?
So I was saying this to me dad. I was saying to him, how old do you think the Earth is? And he was saying, like, I don't know, 100,000 years, something like that. So I said 1 billion. Then I said to him, how old is the universe? Yeah. So I'm going to put that question to you as well. You know the universe that we are in, that Earth is in.
Yeah.
How old is that? If Earth is 1 billion years old, how old is the universe?
You want a straight answer?
Yeah.
Proper answer.
Go on.
I don't really know, and I really don't care. Now, that's the proper answer I have for you, honestly.
If you were to give me an answer, though, that wasn't
That
that.
is my answer. Dean, we're going too, what do you call it, too
Well, let's do it.
scientific altogether. It's way beyond our imagination.
No, I can
It's way too powerful.
I can imagine when the Earth wasn't here.
I
Can you
don't know
imagine when
about-
the Earth wasn't here?
I don't know. No, I can't imagine that. No, I don't.
Close your eyes and think about it for a second.
Listen, I don't know. How would you
You
say
can
it?
remember when you can imagine when Ballymun wasn't here, can't you?
Can I? No.
Yeah, you can.
No, when I came here, Ballymun was here.
Yeah, but before that, it was a field. It was a farmer's college.
But there you go then. All I know, when I came here, Ballymun was here.
Yeah, but I'm letting you know, right?
I have to say
That
one
the
thing. It
facts
wasn't
are
built
before
up.
Ballymun was
Yeah.
here, it was a college for farmers.
So there was no Ballymun?
UCD. It was a load of fields.
All fields.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when I came here, there was a lot of fields anyway. We literally only had blocks of flats, couple of houses, a shopping centre. Actually, when you think of the shopping centre, Ballymun was better 40 years ago than what it is now. Because we had a shopping centre.
So before it was fields,
Yeah.
what do you think it was?
Before it was fields.
Yeah, because the fields came from farmers. It wasn't always fields.
So
for all
the
time.
fields just grow there. That's what you're saying.
No, the farmers made the fields. The farmers made it into fields. Fields isn't just a natural thing that
so
exists.
was it just plain grass? That's what you're saying.
Grass or trees or
And they put up fences and walls
yeah, exactly.
and stuff.
Yeah.
And made it look like
So before
separate.
it was Ballymun, it was fields. Before it was fields, it was like grass or forests or a rocky area.
So there was nothing here.
Nothing here.
Yeah, but
Or
I think,
sea. It could have been sea.
Yeah, but that's probably the case in all areas.
Absolutely. Back to what I was saying, that millions of years ago, hundreds of millions of years ago, all the land was connected together. And then over time it separated. But before that, before all the land was connected all together, Earth wasn't even here.
So basically, Ireland was just one green isle.
The whole
Is that what we're saying?
world was just one green isle.
Well, we talk about Ireland because the world is just too big to talk about.
Why is it?
Let's just talk about Ireland because
Okay, yeah. So
we
Ireland
can-
was all just
we
one
can
big,
barely- we can
one
barely-
big forest,
we
for
can
example.
barely see our way out of Ballymun. Never mind talking about the whole world.
So Ireland was like, let's say, one big green forest land.
Right? What do you get? What's your point? I
My
don't get
point
this.
is, before Ballymun was here, it was a field. Before the field was here, it was a forest. Before the forest was here, it was all connected as one big, huge landmass.
So
and
are
before
you-
that, there was no Earth. Yeah, 1 billion years ago, there was no Earth. 14 billion years ago, there was no universe.
That's too much psychology for my brain, honestly. I do not understand that. I don't want to understand it.
Did you ever hear the thing called the Big Bang?
No, go on, tell me about it.
No, did you ever hear of it?
I've often heard the word itself, yeah.
So what do you think it is?
Go on, educate me now, go on.
Do you have an idea of what it is?
No.
Okay, so they reckon that, what does it sound like, the Big Bang?
Dean, will you just give me a little bit of detail first? I'll talk to you then about it. How about that?
So what they say is that there was no universe, and then the universe
Burst open.
burst open. Exactly. Yeah. From
But it all was... what's
what's that
that?
song? It was all what? You can curse, man.
No, I
It
can't.
was all bullshit. So before the universe was here,
Yeah.
there was nothing, and it all exploded out, and that created the universe 14 billion years ago. That's what scientists
Oh,
reckon.
heaven help me today. Dean, honestly, my brain is turning upside down completely. This thing that you're talking about, I'd say you could probably tell 1 million people this and they wouldn't have an interest in it. So whoever has an interest in that kind of stuff is genuinely weird.
So, you know when you look out at the stars?
Yeah, I love looking at the stars.
Yeah. So, do you
I
understand?
actually get that lovely feeling at night looking at the stars. I don't lie in the ground or sit in the teams of rain or crawl around in the muck like. I'm just saying, simply look up. The sky is beautiful. This was a question I wanted to ask you as well, yeah? I know we're going all, what you call it here now, all, was it? What's the word for all this we're talking about here now?
I don't know. It's kind of like
All psychological, is it?
psychological.
Is
okay.
that the word, no? Give me a better word than that. I need an educated word. Go on.
It's kind of like
Come on, Dean, use your skills. I need a better word.
cosmological.
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 Is that even a word?
Yeah, the cosmos.
Explain the word. What?
Like we have the cosmos is like all the stars and planets out there that you see.
So that makes
Cosmolog-
it cosmological.
Cosmological,
Oh,
yeah.
I like that
It's a good one,
Dean.
isn't
Yeah.
So when
Anyway.
just let me say this and then come in. When you look at those stars, the light from those stars, from some of them, took millions of years to leave the star and get to your eye. Yeah?
Yeah.
Millions of years, hundreds of millions of years, okay, to get to your eye. And when you're looking at a star, some of the stars that you see You're seeing the light now, but that star would have disappeared already.
So that star took millions of years for me to see it.
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
But by the time the light got to your eye, the star is already gone.
Don't believe it.
But that's what
I don't believe it.
That's what the scientists say.
Because I'll tell you why. Don't mind the scientists. Tell you what the story is here, right? When it gets dark, the stars come out. And I can see them there and then.
Do you think they're always there?
Do I believe that's a hard question. Are they always there once it gets dark? Or are they there
All the
and
time?
they shine through the darkness?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Are they always there?
That's a question that I probably couldn't answer.
What do you think?
Well, I haven't been up there, so I don't really know.
Do you think this? Do you think that the stars go somewhere during the day?
That's something I never thought of, honestly.
So think about it now.
I'm thinking about it now. When it gets dark, the stars are there and they're beautiful.
So do you think when it's bright here on Earth, the stars are gone somewhere?
I think I'm right.
What?
I've often looked up and the stars are there, and you might look 10 minutes off and the stars are gone.
What are you talking about?
That should be an answer to the question.
Gone where?
Gone.
Like gone? What do you mean
Moved.
gone?
They're like travellers. They move around.
Gone, moved, shift.
So, there's an answer to your question. I do think the stars move. I'm telling you now, right? You look up at the sky,
Yeah.
and you see the beautiful star, maybe a couple of stars, and you could be 10 minutes or an hour or half an hour or whatever off. There could be even 5 minutes off there. You look again, that star is not actually there. But the darkness is still there. So does that tell you that the stars doesn't be there when it's bright?
No.
What does it tell you?
It tells me that the Earth is moving and you're on Earth.
Wait. We talked about the Earth last week and today.
Alright, so go on.
We have enough Earth, okay. We've no room, no more room left for Earth, okay. We're talking about the stars here now, right, which is nice. I'm sure when people look at the stars, you get that lovely, beautiful feeling.
Yeah, it's lovely.
It's like a therapy in its own way.
Absolutely.
Very relaxing in the mind. The same as the sun. Remember we talked about the sun last week? When the sun is going down, it's just that lovely, lovely feeling. Did you ever know, right, that when the sun is red at night and it goes down, that it's like a promise of a beautiful day next day, a bright day next day? Did you ever get that one?
Yeah, red sky at night,
The
shepherds
red,
delight,
the
farmers.
Sorry, Dean, is that a poem?
Red sky at night, yeah. It's like a little saying, red sky at night, shepherds delight.
All right.
You ever hear that?
No, you don't know all the words, you know.
So that's it. That's the start and the end of it.
So it's not exactly a poem, which is a little verse, basically.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So anyway, look, is that all you have?
No, I have loads more.
Come on, go ahead.
I have loads of stuff. So, here's one. It's about space again. Sorry, but we're going to do it about
I
space.
don't believe this.
Space is completely silent.
Just wanted to warn you here, right? If I fall asleep listening to you, please don't wake me up.
So when you're in space, let's say you're up in space, yeah? There's no sound. It's completely silent. It's 100% silent. There's like no sound.
Yeah, but Dean, we only get that from TVs, from films. Seriously, come on. Not that I watch space films or stuff like that there, but I've often seen clips. And the truth is, I think that's where it comes from. Let's say we can make this what people want it to be, if you like. In other words, you're making a movie, yeah? Just say you're making a movie. Okay, we're going to do one about space. People know nothing about space. What we'll do is, we'll bring a craft up somewhere and we'll make it all completely silent. So now we're putting this into millions of people's imagination when they watch this movie, yeah? Space is actually silent. We didn't know that. But now we know We know more about space than what we did before we walked into the cinemas. Does that make sense?
Yeah, try this one, right?
What?
Home.
What, you know the story about silence, don't you?
Yeah.
What story with silence?
Go on. Silence is golden.
Silence is golden, so we actually stay quiet.
Yeah. So home.
What's home?
Hold
Home
on.
what?
Take a drink of your water there.
Sorry, go ahead.
Do you know how to home?
Dean, come on, make sense, will you?
Do you know how to home?
Tell me what it is, go on.
Like hum.
More like home.
Right, now,
Go on.
hold your nose
Now,
and try and do it. Try and hum.
can't.
Just do it.
I can't.
Watch. Hum.
Yeah, you do it then, go on. If you can do it, do
hold
it.
your nose. Hum.
Yeah, but you close your mouth at the same time.
Yeah, but my mouth's closed already. Look. Hum.
No, it's open now because there's a gap there.
It's pure closed. It's pure closed.
What's that shoe? The shoe in it?
You close your mouth. Close your mouth and hum. Now hold your nose. No, properly hold your nose.
I did do it. I did
didn't do it.
I did do
You
it.
can't hum
Oh,
if you
right,
close
here,
your
watch. I'm
nose.
proving you wrong here, right?
Keep it going. You run out of air. I never knew that. You hum out your nose.
So where'd you get that one from?
Off the interweb, you hum out your nose.
Silly one. I just done it, Dean. I just done it to cheer you up. That's all I want.
I bet you there's people at home trying that
Trying
now.
to hum it.
There's hundreds of travellers all
Blocking
over
their
Ireland.
nose.
Willie, come in here.
Hum.
Am I humming? Did you wash yourself today?
White travellers, Dean.
Oh, sorry. That's another myth. Travellers are smelly.
What? Now, hold on for 1
That's
second.
a myth. I'm not saying it's true.
It's a myth.
It's a myth.
All right, so tell me something.
Actually, you're more clean than I am. Like, I'll go to the toilet and I won't wash my
You
hands.
just said travellers are smelly.
No, I'm saying it's a myth.
What to you, what is the myth?
That is the myth.
Where'd you get the myth from?
It's like, where do you get all myths from? They're just myths.
No, I've never heard that one about travellers being smelly. Come on, I want
Maybe
to hear
they
that one.
didn't say it to you because you're a traveller.
Suppose if I said most settled people are smelly, how would you like that one?
If it's a myth, I'd say, well,
Look, come here.
I'd look for
People
the
are going to
evidence.
listen to this. I'm not offended, but they're going to be offended by what you just said.
No. How could they be offended by something if it's not
Because
true?
you just said travellers are smelly. So is it
No,
true or
I
not?
didn't say travellers are smelly. I said there's a
It's
myth out there.
So is it true or not?
I don't think it's true. And
Do you think it's true?
I'm going to explain to you. You're more clean. You've got better hygiene than I do.
Well,
Like,
I know
I go to the
that
toilet.
you don't wash your
I
hands.
go to the toilet and I won't wash my hands.
I don't know about toilets, but I know you don't wash your hands.
No, I don't.
I
Not as
wash
much
my
as you.
hands. I wash my hands at least 20 times a day.
I know.
I will not touch absolutely nothing completely without washing my hands. So put that down. So what does it tell you then if I'm saying to you, Dean, look at my hands, look, spotless. Yeah? And I work hard, don't you? Right. But my hand is still clean. So where'd you get this one from Travellers Are Smelly? Tell me that.
No, I didn't make it up now.
Dean, I want to know. I have
You're getting offended like I made it up.
I'm not getting offended, but I'm asking you where'd you get it from?
So I remember. Here's another one, right?
No, we're going back to that one.
Yeah,
No.
here's another one. There's a myth
We're
out
going
there.
back to the one where we
There's
talked
a
about.
myth out there that black people can't swim, right?
Can't swim.
Can't swim. No, that's a myth.
It's
right?
actually a lie.
Actually,
It's
there you
more
go.
than
There you
that.
go. It's a
So
lie.
what's the one with Travellers? I want to know
Well,
about
then
Travellers.
that's a lie as well. But it is a myth.
Do you think it's a myth
And I
or
think
a lie?
it's a
or
myth
what is
because
it?
it's not true. I know if it's true, it's not a myth. It's a fact. It's not a fact.
So where did the myth
I'm
come
getting very
from?
defensive here now.
I know. I want to know where the myth came from. I need some explanation about this.
I don't know. It's just I'm not sure where it came from. It's like, here's another myth: all Irish people are drunks. Is
All
that
Irish people are what?
drunks? Like the drunken Irish?
Drunks.
Yeah. Is that true or is that a myth or is
Dean,
that
I'm
a
asking
lie?
a different question, Dean. I'm going back to the first. You never answered my question that you came up with.
You're asking me where it came from.
I
I'm
need,
not
I
sure
need to
where it
hear
came
this.
from.
Well, I need you to explain this now, right?
Yeah.
Because it's on podcast. People are going to be listening to this.
Yeah.
I want you to explain where did you get the one from all Travellers Are Smelly.
I don't know where it came from. I remember being a kid, and that's
Do you
what
know
people
many
used
travellers?
to say. I know. Yeah, I know probably about 100 travellers.
I think you know more. You know travellers up and down the country you've dealt with, is that right?
Yeah, but know them. You know what I mean?
wait, yeah,
I've met
you've
hundreds.
interviewed them, you've done, say, different projects.
Yeah, I've
with
met
them.
hundreds.
Yeah. What did you think of them? Tell me, I want to know this here now.
In terms of the hygiene,
I want to know, hygiene, yes.
for me, there'll be no difference.
Good or bad?
Like, there'll be no difference between them and anybody else.
So you're saying they're not smelly, they're clean.
Yeah.
Basically, I want to hear you. I need to hear you saying it.
Okay, my name is Dean Scurry.
Yeah, go on, go ahead.
And I solemnly swear on the Bible, I don't have a Bible here,
Yeah.
that in my humble opinion, that the myth that travellers are smelly is
not true.
Not just a myth, it's a lie.
It's a lie.
Yeah.
Right. From your experience with travellers, what have you ever seen travellers being smelly or dirty around you?
In modern times, no.
In modern times?
Yeah.
But in old times?
In old times,
Yes. So in old times, did the same thing stand for settled and travellers in the same community?
No, I remember being on a site.
Dean, I'm actually a different
Hold on,
question.
let me explain. I remember being on a site when I was a kid.
No.
Oh, look, you're asking me for me
No,
explanation.
I'm asking a different question completely. If in old times,
Yeah.
when you've seen travellers and you've seen settled people, obviously everybody had hard times back then.
Yeah.
Was there any difference?
Yes.
What way?
There was no running water on the
For
site.
travellers?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they wouldn't have running water in their homes, but there would be water somewhere in the area.
Yeah, but the difference between them and a settled, say, person in a house is that you've got running water in every, in the bathroom, in the kitchen. You know what I mean? On tap, it's right there.
Yeah, but if you have to walk, even if you have to go for a mile for water, it doesn't mean you still can't wash yourself.
Okay,
does
so
it?
that's where I think the myth came from.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? They don't
Did
have.
you ever
They don't
watch,
even have running water up
Did you
there.
ever watch documentaries on TV? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's say old Dublin, old Ireland. Yeah. I watch them. I watch a lot of them. Yeah. And if you go back to documentaries where, I know this sounds like a big, long time, yeah? Go back 35 and 40 years.
It's not a big, long time. Sure,
No,
I'm 50 years of age.
No, I'm saying it sounds like a long time, right? You might think it's a long time, yeah? And you see documentaries about, say, flats, for instance. I'm just saying, I'm only using flats, right? Or old houses in old Dublin or old Ireland or whatever. And you see the young kids running around
kids
the
will be
place. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's right. So doesn't that prove that travellers and settled people, with or without running water in their homes, there was no difference on both of them?
So that's why I'm saying it's a myth. I'm not saying it's true.
But
you're saying it to me like I made it up, like it's a thing that I done,
Yeah.
and I need to defend it. I'm not
But
defending it.
but
I think it's bullshit.
I'm not exactly defending it, but I'm trying to rectify it a little bit.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah,
I live around travellers.
you are a traveller.
I am a traveller. I live around travellers. Travellers keep their places inside their doors to keep their homes nice and clean. Their cooking is done nice and clean. They're very respectful of their cooking. I
remember
say.
when I lived in the flats here, the
Yeah.
flats inside them were immaculate, but the stairwells and outside them were manky.
That's right, they were like dumps. I remember that.
You know what I mean?
I was often passing up and down by the flats years ago, and there'd be literally rubbish through absolutely
But then you go
everywhere.
into somebody's flat,
It was
and
like
it'd be like a different world.
Yeah, I understand that. It was like people going to the toilet on their own doorsteps.
Yeah, literally.
That happened around Ballymun flats for years and years and years.
Yeah.
There were literally worse than travellers. Certain travellers in the community were actually having pity on the people that some of them was living in the flats. Not every one of them, some of them, because of the conditions that they were living in.
But they used to be, because we lived in the Terror block here, and my ma said that she and our mates.
like you
when
said-
my mammy was on here, she said her and her mates used to go out and bleach the stairs every night.
That's right, without a doubt. So that proves then it more or less puts you into the picture where travellers and settled people, even back then, with or without running water, conditions were similar. Similar conditions. It's just how the settled community had walls around them. Now, back then, I also had, let's say, older relatives, if you like, living in houses in certain parts of the country, yeah? And they were living fairly neat and decent, clean lives. They keep their room, they keep their houses clean, they keep their gardens clean. If they had a vehicle or if they had one at the time, they keep that clean. They'd be going around fairly, maybe not with the best of clothes, but their clothes would be clean. They mightn't be branded, but they'd be clean. So the myth that you're talking about travellers, I don't fully agree with it. Absolutely not.
And neither do I.
Because I know, I'm a traveller, right?
Yeah.
But I also know hundreds of travellers who absolutely keep themselves tidy, clean, and their homes nice and clean and decent. Yeah? Because this is their home, is their haven. They don't have a choice. It's your duty, absolutely your own duty, to keep your place tidy, especially inside your home.
So I would know that because I've been inside traveller
Well,
homes.
you've been in travellers'
but
homes.
Most settled people have never and probably will never be
Yeah.
inside a traveller home.
Yeah, because why? The fact that this is because this myth is stuck with them, because they have this image of travellers without ever seeing travellers. A lot of settled people know a lot of travellers, we know that, but also a lot of settled people don't know travellers.
I would say most settled people have never been in a traveller home.
If you take the media for starters, right now that we've got into this, yeah, if you take the media will always portray and put people down. There's no doubt about that. And that's for settled people and travellers. If the media wants a story about travellers, they will look for the rat holes. They will go where the worst of the worst is. Yeah? And they'll print it onto their papers and they'll make it even 10 times worse. Yeah? They literally work magic on these stories. But don't forget, they do the same to the settled community. And they have done it for years and years and years. And they're still doing it. They'll take a settled man there, and if he's doing good, they'll make a bad story about him.
Or they'll pit a settled fella against a traveller, or a traveller against a black man, or a black man against another
They'll
fella.
pitch everybody against each other.
Yeah.
So if you're a person that's living in, let's say, rural Ireland, yeah? Just say this, and you don't know travellers, but at the very, very worst, you have a television in your house. Yeah? You have a television in your house. So now you don't know any travellers, but this documentary comes on about travellers. Yeah? And it's all about the way travellers live and the conditions they live in. Yeah? So now they're running travellers to the ground. left, right, and centre. They have nothing good to say about travellers. Now, but this is coming from, this probably come from one person that decided to print it on paper or put it on screen. So now, the rest of Ireland, every bit of Ireland, is looking at this documentary and they're thinking, well, I don't know travellers, but if that's the case, I don't want to know them. If that's how they're living. But this might be 1% of travellers. Yeah, we're not saying all travellers are perfect either, right? We're not saying that every traveller is spotless either, right? We're not saying we're all perfect in every possible way. That is not the case.
Yeah, but the myth is all travellers are A, B and C.
That's right. The myth came from the media. That's where the myth came from.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not saying that travellers are perfect. Because I'm telling you this now, if you drive around certain parts of Ireland, especially certain parts of Dublin, you will see rubbish galore left, right, hand, centre. Left on streets, left on corners, left at bus stops, left outside schools. Yeah?
Sure, that's why they came up with the whole tidy towns thing.
The only place you won't see them, yeah, I'll get into that. The only place you won't see these piles of rubbish of all sorts, all bundles of toys after Christmas throughout, yeah? Whatever, old toys, maybe old mattresses, old beds, old chairs, settees, you name it, through absolutely everywhere, all over Dublin. And they're not travellers. They are the settled community, with all due respect to them, yeah? I'm not talking them down either. They maybe had to have no choice. But it's a fact that it's not just travellers that live like this. It comes from all walks of life. And if it's not rubbish, if it's crime, it comes from all walks of life. If it's two men out there fighting, it comes from all walks of life. If there's somebody going out there shooting, it's coming from all walks of life.
If it's men controlling women.
If there's somebody selling drugs, it comes from all walks of life. It doesn't just come from travellers.
If there's somebody using drugs.
If there's men and women arguing and fighting out there, it doesn't just come from travellers. It comes from all walks of life. Why have they got these big hotlines about domestic violence? Go on to the domestic violence and I guarantee you there's not 1% of travellers involved with it. It's all a settled community. And that's through England, Ireland and America, the whole entire world. That's not just travellers. So why is it that these fingers are constantly by the media, and it's not by the individuals themselves, it's not by the communities themselves, it's by the media itself. The media will portray absolutely anybody. And they don't care if you're a traveller or a settled person. They don't care if you're a multi-millionaire or if you're a poor man living on the street. They get a story, they sell it. They make money from it. But they don't give a damn how they make you feel. They don't care how they hurt people's feelings. They don't care how they destroy people's lives. Why? Because all they want is this. Big checks, fancy houses, lovely cars. They'll discriminate against a man that has driving a nice car and has a good house. Maybe a man that's working all his life for it, yeah? But they don't discriminate against themselves that has these big fancy houses for all the lies they tell. So they're the biggest crooks going. All the lies that they tell about people, yeah? Just to feed their own bank accounts. And they don't give a damn what kind of damage they do to families or people's mental health, whatever, any way you want to look at it. They do big damage, and they know they do big damage. But what do? They move along to the next thing so they can get another big check and do the same damage over to people again. So it really means nothing to them whether you're a traveller or a settled person. Because why? They're going to continue doing what they're doing. They're not going to stop. Why? Because it's their job to do it. It's their job to feed the world with all the wrong information. And that's what it's all about.
That's as simple and as honest as it gets. Episode 37, A Traveller and a Countryman.
Get up the what?
You up the
Up the
flats. So that's us for this episode, Traveller and a Countryman podcast. If you like it, let us know, share it around, and so we'll see you on the road.